In a move that could rewrite the playbook of naval strategy, China made waves by acquiring an old aircraft carrier from Australia for a mere $30 million. But what they uncovered inside this maritime relic left the world stunned. 2 hidden treasures of immense value. It's a tale of high-stakes gambles, geopolitical maneuvering, and the unearthing of secrets that could reshape the balance of power at sea. Strap in for a saga that proves sometimes the greatest treasures lie hidden beneath the surface. China seized an opportunity of legendary proportions. Imagine the scene. They acquired a titan of the seas, a colossal relic of naval history, for a mere $30 million. But the real kicker? When they pried open the hatches, they stumbled upon not 1, but 2 astonishing treasures. Now, let's wind back the clock. Picture China facing a barrage of tech restrictions and blatant discrimination from Western powers. Determined to elevate their prowess in manufacturing and weaponry, they set their sights on an old, forsaken aircraft carrier from Australia. You might assume Australia hit the jackpot, right? Not quite. This aircraft carrier was more like a cursed artifact. No nation dared to touch it. But leave it to China to boldly step forward and declare, "We'll take it." They forked over $30 million, and Australia, eager to unload their burden, sealed the deal with one condition: no refunds, no takebacks. But why was Australia so desperate to rid themselves of this maritime behemoth? Enter the HMAS Melbourne, a relic from 1949 purchased from England. It was meant to be Australia's crown jewel of naval supremacy, yet destiny had a different fate in store. The Navy was in a frenzy, conducting a thorough checkup on the Melbourne after the closed shave in the harbor. Miraculously, the collision hadn't caused any damage, but little did they know that Melbourne was just getting warmed up for its spree of chaos. Fast forward to February 10th, 1964, and disaster struck again. This time, the Melbourne plowed into an Australian destroyer, tearing it apart like a child's toy. Tragically, every soul aboard the destroyer perished, and the Melbourne itself sustained severe injuries. When the higher-ups launched an investigation into this colossal mishap, the truth was grim. The destroyer's captain, in a reckless move, steered his vessel off course, straight into the path of the Melbourne. But wait, there's more. After a brief hiatus in 1969, Melbourne found itself in yet another debacle. During a joint military exercise between Australia and the United States, Melbourne set its sights on the USS Evans and rammed into it, splitting the Evans in 2. In an instant, 73 lives were lost as the Evans sank to the depths. As American sailors began to sense an eerie presence lurking in the shadows of the sea, joint military exercises involving the Melbourne were promptly scrapped. It seemed that Melbourne had developed a knack for attracting trouble. Returning to port, it continued its streak of collisions, though thankfully none resulted in major disasters. But Melbourne's reputation as a bumper ship was sealed on September 3, 1970, when it careened into a ferry right into Sydney Harbor. The world watched in disbelief as news spread of an aircraft carrier that seemed to have a penchant of mishaps. Melbourne's streak of misfortune didn't spare it even itself. On October 15, 1972, it burst into flames, filling the air with smoke. Fortunately, the blaze was contained in time, but it was a stark reminder of the ship's cursed legacy. Yet, despite these incidents, Melbourne continued its dance with disaster. Just 2 years later, on July 11, 1974, it collided with a passenger ship, sending shockwaves across Australia. The government's faith in Melbourne had dwindled to nothing, and the ship had become a symbol of embarrassment for the nation. From 1956 to 1979, Melbourne brought more trouble than triumph, earning Australia international ridicule. Finally, in 1982, the Australian military bid farewell to the cursed cruiser, officially retiring it from service. Though its reputation was tarnished, the government saw an opportunity to recoup some losses by putting Melbourne up for sale. Yet, despite its tarnished history, no country dared to take on Melbourne, except for one unexpected bidder: China. And China's interest was no whim. It was a calculated move, shrouded in mystery and ambition. During the whirlwind of confusion, not only were Western nations baffled, but even within China, eyebrows were raised at the audacity behind the Melbourne acquisition. Yet, despite the doubts swirling around, China's gamble didn't pay off right away. You see, at the time, China lacked its fleet of aircraft carriers. So even though Melbourne arrived stripped of its equipment, its very structure offered invaluable insights into carrier engineering and design. Upon arrival in China, the Melbourne wasted no time in undergoing disassembly. But here's where the plot thickens. Nestled within its bowels was an unexpected find: the steam catapult and arresting cable gear still intact. This revelation was akin to stumbling upon a hidden treasure trove for China. Now, why was this discovery such a big deal? Well, you see, the steam catapult held a prestigious position as the go-to aircraft launching mechanism post-World War II, right up until America's Ford-class carriers introduced electromagnetic systems. The steam catapults were a rare breed, exclusive to the United States at the time. Even Australia had to seek American assistance to install them, a testament to their advanced nature. So, stumbling upon a fully equipped carrier like Melbourne was an unparalleled coup for China. And let's not overlook the arresting cable equipment. It was a game changer. Back then, producing arresting cables was shrouded in foreign technology barriers. China lacked the know-how, and breaking through seemed daunting. Yet, here they were, with the Melbourne offering up not just one, but two technological marvels. This revelation served as a wake-up call for the United States, sending shockwaves through their strategic circles. Suddenly, they were jolted into the realization that Australia, their trusted ally, had made a colossal blunder by leaving behind such valuable assets. In subsequent dealings, such as when China acquired the Variag from Ukraine, the US became adamant about stripping all equipment before any potential sale, a lesson learned the hard way. However, the significance of Melbourne to China went far beyond the mere acquisitions of these technological marvels. It offered a profound blueprint, a detailed roadmap for Chinese engineers to immerse themselves in the intricacies of carrier construction. The meticulous study of Melbourne laid the essential groundwork for future endeavors, paving the way for significant modifications to the Variag and ambitious construction of the Shandong ship. It marked a pivotal moment in China's naval ambitions, propelling them into a new era of maritime prowess. So, was the $30 million price tag worth it? Well, considering the invaluable knowledge gained and the groundwork laid for China's naval ambitions, it's safe to say that Melbourne's legacy far exceeds its monetary value. And with that, folks, we conclude our journey. If you enjoyed this tale of high seas intrigue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more riveting content. Until next time.